Good day everyone, my name is Muslima Onutan Adam, the first reporter, and my assigned topic is Republic Act 7836. So, Republic Act, also known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994, is a significant piece of legislation in the Philippines. It was enacted to ensure that the teaching profession is not just accessible to anyone, but only those who possess the proper education, experience, and personal qualities. Here are the key purposes. First, professionalization of teaching. The Act aims to uplift the status and promote the professionalization of teacher in the Philippines. It sets the requirements for the practice of the teaching profession, including passing the licensure examination for teachers or LET. So the second one is regulation of practice. The Act establishes the Professional Regulatory Board of Education, which supervises the regulates the practice of the teaching profession. This ensures that only qualified individuals are allowed to teach in the country. So the third is standardization and enhancement of education. The Act sets the standards for teacher education, providing a curriculum that enhances the knowledge and skills of the teachers. This leads to an improved quality of education in the country. So the fourth one is the Code of Ethics. The Act also provides a code of ethics for professional teachers, ensuring what they uphold the highest standards of quality and integrity in their work. And the last is continuing professional education. The Act encourages teachers to pursue further studies and attend seminars, workshops, and other training programs to enhance their professional competence. In essence, Republic Act 7836 is crucial in maintaining the high standards of the teaching profession in the Philippines, ensuring that educators are well equipped to mold the minds of the future generation. So now let's proceed the Article 1. The purpose of Article 1 is to establish the Act's intent and scope. It provides the official title of the Act, declares the government's policy regarding the teaching profession, outlines the objectives of the Act, and defines the scope and practice for the teaching profession. In this article, there are four sections: the short title, the statement of policy, the objectives, and the definition of terms. So, the short title of Republic Act 7836 plays a crucial role in identifying and summarizing and providing text for the Act. It's small but significant part of how the Act is understood and applied. So now, let's talk about the Section 2, the Statement of Policy. In the context of Republic Act 7836, the Statement of Policy is crucial in guiding the professionalization of the teaching profession, ensuring the quality of education, and promoting the welfare of teachers in the Philippines. The next is Section 3, the Objectives. In the case of Republic Act 7836, the objectives include promoting and improving the teaching profession, establishing a more comprehensive and stringent licensure examination for teachers, and implementing a code of ethical and professional standards for teachers. These objectives guide the implementation of the Act and help ensure that it serves its intended purpose of professionalizing teaching in the Philippines. The next section is Section 4, the definition of terms. In this definition of terms, there are teaching, teachers, board, and commission. The first is teaching. In the context of Republic Act 7836, teaching refers to any activity that involves educating others, whether in a school settings or elsewhere. The second is teacher. All other persons performing supervisory and administrative functions in all schools, college, and universities operate by the government or private individuals or corporations. The third one is board. This board is responsible for supervising and regulating the registration, licensure, and practice of teaching in the Philippines. It plays a crucial role upholding the standards of the teaching profession and ensuring that they are met by all teachers in the country. And the last one is commission. Commission refers to the Professional Regulation Commission. This commission is responsible for the administration, implementation, and enforcement of regulatory policies. Various professions and occupations under its jurisdictions, including the conduct of licensure examinations, registrations, and licensing of successful examines, and monitoring and supervision of the activities of the professional regulatory boards. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the professional standards in the Philippines. So now, let's proceed to Article 2. Board for Professional Teachers. Article 2 of Republic Act 7836 establishes the Board for Professional Teachers. This article outlines the creation, composition, and functions of the board. The purpose of Article 2 is to ensure the professionalization, regulation, and quality assurance of the teaching profession in the Philippines. The board plays crucial role in setting standards, conducting examinations, issuing licenses, and promoting ethical practices among professional teachers. The Board for Professional Teachers is a collegial body created under Republic Act 7836. It operates under the general supervision and administrative control of the Professional Regulation Commission or PRC. The board is composed of 5 members, including the chairman and vice chairman, who are appointed by the President of the Philippines from among the recommendees chosen by the Commission. Let's proceed to the Section 6, the duties and functions of the board. The board is responsible for deciding how often examinations for teacher will be conducted, as well as determining the specific dates and locations where these examinations will take place. This ensures that there is a clear schedule for aspiring teachers to prepare for them and take the licensure examinations. It is also established and enforced the essential requirements for curricula, faculty, and facilities in elementary and secondary educational institutions. This helps to ensure the quality and effectiveness of education provided to students in these levels. The purpose and importance of Section 7 are to provide clarity and structure to the term of office for the members of the board. It ensures that there is a defined time frame for their service, allows for a smooth transition of members, and maintains the continuity and stability of the board's operations. These sections help to establish an effective governance framework for the board, promoting its ability to carry out its responsibilities in overseeing the regulating the teaching profession in the Philippines. So now let's proceed to the Section 8. Having board members who are citizens and residents of the Philippines ensures a strong connection to the local context, stakeholders, accountability, representation, and national interests. This helps in making informed decisions, promoting transparency, and ensuring that the board's actions and decisions are aligned with the needs and aspirations of the Filipino people. The purpose of this provision is to ensure that the board's composition reflects the diversity and breadth of the teaching profession. By having representatives from different educational levels and fields of specialization, the board can effectively address the unique needs, challenges, and concerns of teachers across various levels and subject areas. It helps ensure that the decision and policies formulated by the board consider the perspectives and expertise of professionals working in different educational contexts. This provision promotes inclusivity, fairness, and a comprehensive approach to regulating and improving the teaching profession in the Philippines. So now let's proceed to the Section 9. The purpose of the Section 9 is to ensure that the compensation provided to the chairman, vice chairman, and members of the board is fair and equitable. Additionally, basing the compensation on the number of examines or candidates reflects to the workload and responsibilities of the board members as they are involved in overseeing and conducting licensure examinations.
By the way, I am glad this is Albios, so now let us proceed to the Section 10. Section 10, Supervision of the Board and Custodian of its Record. The Board shall be under the supervision and control of the Commission. All records, including applications for examination, examination papers and results, minutes of deliberation, administrative cases and investigative cases, and investigation involving professional teachers shall be kept by the Commission. So in this section, talking about oversees and manages the board, which is responsible for overseeing professional teachers. The Commission has controlled the board, meaning they are charged of making sure the board does its job properly, and also all records related to professional teachers' performance or behavior. Those records will be maintained by the Commission for future reference. Next is the Section 11. Secretariat and Support Services. The Professional Regulation Commission, through its chairman, shall provide the Secretariat and other support services to implement effectively the provision of this Act for law. So, Secretariat typically refers to administrative staff who assist with organizing meetings, taking minutes, and managing documents related to a particular organization or event. Next is the Section 12. Removal of a board member. The chairman or any member of the board may be removed by the President of the Philippines upon recommendation of the Commission for neglect of duty, incompetence, unprofessional, unethical, immoral, or dishonorable conduct, commission or toleration of irregularities in the examination after having been given the opportunity to defend himself in a proper administrative investigation. So this means that someone on a board is not doing their job properly or acting wrongly in some way related to their role on the board, they may be removed from that by higher authorities. Now, let us proceed to the examination and registration. In Section 13, examination, registration, and license required. So, except as otherwise specifically allowed under the provision of this Act, all applicants for registration as professional teachers shall be required to undergo a written examination which shall be given at least once a year in such places and dates as the board may determine upon approval by the Commission. In this article section, examination and registration, if you want to become a professional teacher, needs to take this exam in order to be eligible for registration. Next is Section 14, Scope of Examination. The examination for the elementary and secondary school teachers shall be separate because there are different tests for each group of teachers. The elementary school teachers teach younger children in kindergarten through 5th or 6th grade. So, while the secondary school teachers typically teach older students in middle and high school. and this to ensure that each group of education is tested on the knowledge and skills relevant to their specific teaching roles. So, the examination for teachers in the elementary level shall consist of two parts, which is the professional education and general education. And the examination for teachers in the secondary level consists of three parts, which is the professional education, general education, and field of specialization. Next is Section 15, Qualification Requirements of Applicants. No applicant shall be admitted to take the examination unless on date of filing of the application, he shall have complied with following requirements. First is a citizen of the Philippines or an alien whose country has reciprocity with the Philippines in practice of the teaching profession. That to be at least 18 years of age. So, this is one of the requirements of applicants. So, letter C, in good health and of good reputation with high moral values. And then, has not been convicted by final judgment by court for an offense involving moral turpitude. Letter A, a graduate of school, college, or university recognized by the government and possesses the minimum educational qualifications as follows. Number 1, for teachers in preschool, a bachelor's degree in early childhood education or BSED or its equivalent. And the number 2, for teachers in the elementary grades, a bachelor's degree in elementary education or BSEA or its equivalent. For number 3, for teachers in the secondary grades, a bachelor degree in education or its equivalent with a major and minor, or a bachelor's degree in arts and sciences with at least 10 units in professional education. And the last, for teachers of vocational 2 years technical courses, a bachelor degree in the field of specialization or its equivalent with at least 18 units in professional education. So, in this section has discussing the requirements that an applicant must meet in order to be eligible to take an examination. It states that no one can take the exam values. They have met certain qualifications by time they submit their application. Next is the section 16, report of the results of the examinations. The board shall, within 120 days after the examination, report the ratings obtained by each candidate to the Professional Regulation Commission for approval and appropriate action. So, after taking an examination, the results will be posted after 120 days for verification and approval. Next is section 17, issuance of certificate of registration and professional license. So, the registration for a professional teacher commences from the date his name is enrolled in the roster of professional teachers. So, in this section, after you passing an exam, this will be the issuance of certificate of registration and a professional license for teachers. And also, you are officially recognized as a professional teacher by the relevant authorities and can start teaching students. Next is the section 18. In this section 18, oath before practice. Every registrant shall be required to take his professional oath before practicing as a professional teacher because it helps ensure that will act responsibly and professionally when working with children. Next is section 19, periodic merit examination of teachers. to encourage continuing professional growth and development and to provide additional basis for merit promotions. In addition to their performance rating, teachers may take an oral and written examination at least once in 5 years as basis for merit promotion, and there is no fee required to take it. Essentially, the government wants teachers to keep learning and improving themselves so they can better serve their students, and this periodic examination help ensure that happens. Next is the section 20, failures to pass the merit examination. So this means that if a teacher does not do well on exam, they will be given another chance to take it again. However, if they fail for the second time, they will need to complete a refresher course or program that has been approved by the Department of Education for being allowed to retake the examination. So this means that if a teacher does not do well on exam, they will be given another chance to take it again. However, if they fail for the second time, they will need to complete a refresher course or program that has been approved by the Department of Education before being allowed to retake the exam.